Leader-member exchange theory was originally called vertical dyad linkage theory. Researchers studied the nature of these vertical linkages leaders formed with each of their followers. The leader's relationship with all their employees are a series of the dyadic relationships. Each leader-follower relationship is special and has its own unique characteristics. Followers are divided into in-groups and out-groups based on how well they work with the leader and vice versa. Personality is also considered when assigned to a group. In-group members are more dependable, involved, and do extra duties in the workplace. They have more influence and their leader is more confident in their work. Out-group members, on the other hand, are less compatible with the leader and they just do their work and go home. Later studies focused on organizational effectiveness rather than the differences between in and out groups. The focus was on how the quality of leader-member exchanges was related to positive outcomes for everyone involved. Data has proven that performance, satisfaction, and commitment have all benefited from positive leader-member exchanges. Companies gain a lot from having a good leader because employees are more motivated and will accomplish more.
Leadership making in the LMX theory works in 3 phases where the leader can gain followers. The first stage is stranger, where the leader tries to find people that are enthusiastic and participates with the leader and his or hers ambitions. The second phase is acquaintance, where the leader knows them through the workplace or any career orientation, and also where the acquaintance's opinions can testify with the theories that the leader teaches, and vice versa. The third phase is partnership, which is the high-degree relationship that a leader can have, where the leader shows mutual trust and respect for these certain individuals that they claim as partners with their decision-making.
In leader-member exchange theory, there is an emphasis on the in-group versus the out-group. The in-group are people in the team that will take on extra responsibilities outside of the job for the leader, and in return, the leader does favors for them. The out-group is the other part of the team that is only willing to stick to responsibilities inside of the job. Because of this, leaders will not do them extra favors or give them favoritism as they would the in-group. This is a diagram that explains what I just talked about. It shows how the leader uses their team's in-group to get extra responsibilities done in return of favors and favoritism, while the out-group does not get the same type of respect.
Strong descriptive theory makes sense to describe work units in terms of those who contribute more and those who contribute less to the organization. These are the in and out groups. Leaders have special relationships with certain people. LMX theory validates our experiences of how people within organizations relate to each other and the leader. Some contribute more and receive more, and others contribute less and receive less. Theory is unique because it's the only leadership approach that makes the concept of the dyadic relationship the centerpiece of the leadership process. It directs our attention to the importance of communication in leadership. Communication is the key for leaders and followers to create, nurture, and sustain useful exchanges. Also warns leaders to avoid letting their conscious and unconscious biases influence the decisions that they help and invite into the in-group. Also a large body of research that supports the practice of LMX theory that is related to positive organizational outcomes.
The leader membership exchange in its initial formulation counters the basic value of fairness. LMX divides work units into groups and gives one special attention, as well as unintentionally supporting the formation of privileged groups in the workforce. Furthermore, the theory does not provide insight onto how to get into in-groups and does not examine member perspectives on distributive, interactional, or procedural justice. LMX theory does not establish how building characteristics of good relationships between members and leaders are developed. While it addresses relative factors like personality, interpersonal skills, and job competency, their importance to how high-quality relations perform is not studied. Based on 147 examinations, the theorization and basic processes of LMX needs to be improved, and clear definitions, concepts, and propositions are not developed. The potential impact of contextual factors and outside variables, such as workplace norms, organization culture, and social networks on LMX diets have not been examined since it is usually studied in isolation. Additionally, no empirical studies have used dyadic measures, and the measurement of leader-member exchanges have used different scales and levels of analysis, leading to results not being consistently comparable. As a result, the dimensionality and content validity of these scales are questioned.
The application of the LMX theory provides many insights that leaders can use to improve their own leadership behavior, including assessing their leadership from a relational perspective, which makes leaders aware of the in-groups and out-groups within their organization. Additionally, the application of LMX theory encourages leaders to build stronger leader-member exchanges. LMX theory can be applied to all levels of organization and helps to create leadership networks. An example would be the presidential cabinet, since the leader, the president, has very close relationships with the cabinet secretaries, who in turn run their departments based on the guidance of the president. Additionally, LMX theory can be applied from anyone from company CEOs to community leaders to volunteer organizers. LMX can be applied to many case studies by asking guiding questions that focus on applying the principles of LMX theory, such as building relationships, maintaining fairness to all followers, and allowing each follower to become as involved as they want to be. Questions could include, are there in and out groups? How could the leader relate better with a follower? And is the leader being fair to everyone?
Overall, leader-member exchange theory explains leadership as a process centered on developing the interactions between leaders and their supporters. The dyadic relationships between leaders and followers are the basis for all of LMX theory, along with the idea of an in and out group. Early studies focused on the existence of dyad relationships, while later studies focused on the organizational impacts. Some benefits of LMX theory include the strong focus on leader membership development, and that it can work extremely well if these connections are formed correctly. Some disadvantages or criticisms include the unfairness that comes with favoritism in the workplace, and that there's not a set method for creating the quality relations that make it up. Lastly, LMX theory is arranged in such a way that it can be applied at all levels of organizations.